smorgasbord of content, you know.
Yeah, for your lunch hour.
Please send us your stories. We love judging people.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be liquidating everything me and my wife own.
Please read this. Obviously I'm a girl.
Cool mode activated.
Oh, I see you. You got hit by the emergency. Speaking of talking.
Screw you, homophobe.
New episodes Tuesday and Friday.
Welcome back to the r/podcast.
It severely hurt my wrist doing that.
Today we are doing something for the very first time. Go ahead.
Drinking a Red Bull.
Go ahead.
Very inconspicuously open can.
If you can't tell by Nick's memorabilia and Josh and I's shirts/sweaters, we are talking about Marvel and the Marvel Cinematic Universe. As you can see on our beautiful TV screen, we have a tier list. And we're gonna rank all these movies similar to the Star Wars one we did.
We got a lot to, it's like triple the size of Star
It
Wars.
is triple the size. This will probably be in a couple of parts. But first, I want to talk to my friends. How are you guys doing?
I'm good so far.
Pretty good.
Good.
Yeah, I got a lot done, dude. Like, I'm already, like, in terms of, like, the week-to-week what you need to get done for classes, I have, like, one more thing I need to get done.
Nice.
That's the best feeling.
Yeah, I'm gearing up to have time on the weekend to play BioShock.
Hell yeah.
I've been prioritizing Marvel Rivals
Very nice. Very nice.
For the 8th month in a row.
since release. I'm gonna be top 500 in the world.
I would be
Let's
proud
go,
of you.
Jordan.
Just saying.
It's Louisville Restaurant Week, so my girlfriend and I are just going out to eat this
There
week.
you
What's
go.
that?
So Louisville Restaurant Week is it's like this cool thing they do with Feeding Louisville, where you go to these certain restaurants and they have certain promos and stuff like that, and the proceeds, they have like specials and stuff like that, and the proceeds from those specials will be donated to Feeding Louisville to help feed some of the less fortunate people
Cool.
in the Louisville community.
Feed Louisville.
Right?
Even
Shout
though
out
this is
Feed
like
Louisville.
2 weeks after the
Yeah.
fact.
Well, you can still donate and be a good person.
Right.
There you
So
go.
join the cause.
Right?
Um,
I just get pizza and beer, so
ooh,
I'm in.
Hello, Dad.
Right?
I love
Pizza and beer, man. I'm there.
Where do we go,
You
man?
guys want to get into this?
Yeah, I'm saying we got real quick the never seen
Yeah, we'll go
tab.
through the never seen tab.
Yeah.
These are movies we agreed upon and shows that we have not seen.
Yeah.
I'm just keeping the fact that I definitely didn't see Craven.
It's okay.
I don't think most people didn't.
No, I did. I just don't want to.
You don't have to. You don't have to talk about it.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's why he drank all the beer and pizza and shut
Right,
up.
no
Forget-
pizza, just beer.
One pizza, 10 beer.
Right.
Like-
10 million beers, bro.
Personally, I'm upset that I haven't seen Eternals, but I
Yeah.
actually have no motivation to watch it.
I don't either.
I mean, I kind of feel like that's where I am right now with a lot of Disney content. Unfortunately, though, there's just
We
a
did.
surplus.
I did
Too
see
much.
our Star Wars episode went up a few days ago. I did look at the comments. Somebody said, and I quote, "Watch Andor." What the fuck? And I was like,
because I've literally every person I've talked to about that tier list, and I have told them that we put Andor and I have not seen
And they were like, what
tier.
the hell?
I felt like I was gonna be shot every single time. They're like, "What are you doing?"
yeah, I'm assuming there's going to be some of this because I know there's some diehard What If fans.
Yeah.
I'm in the process of watching Jessica Jones, and I'm assuming it'll devolve into Luke Cage and Iron Fist and the Defenders.
Yeah, the whole Netflix stuff, the only one I think we've all seen is just Punisher and Daredevil.
Yeah.
And like, because my problem with it is, one, it does that CW stuff where they all start to cross over, and to me that's too convoluted. So I've
Yeah.
never watched any of that.
I think it's okay, especially Jessica Jones. Luke Cage is in like episode 2. Yeah. They don't like call him Luke Cage or anything, but like he's a superhero and like, you know about him. Iron Fist, interested to see this. Honestly,
Yeah. I
think
I
it's
feel
cool
like I'm
character.
gonna be a hater.
I can't remember which of the Spider-Man cartoons that was on Disney XD that Iron Fist was in.
Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yes.
I liked him.
That was a
in
great
that.
cartoon.
It was voiced by the same guy that voiced Beast Boy in Teen Titans.
There you go.
There you go.
It is Iron Fist. I don't know a lot of Iron Fist lore.
He's got an iron fist.
Yep.
I can get that far.
It's like some like martial arts like chi thing that he like channels in his fist, and he has like
But-
strength.
Every other rendition I've seen, he's not a white guy with a mustache.
I think most of the time he's Asian. I could be wrong with that.
So I feel like this is weird to me.
I didn't know that kind of got that. I just saw that our Star Wars thing had 78 views. I did not.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, it had 3.
Yeah, me too.
And one of them was me. I know that for a
Nice.
They
fact.
must have hit somebody's algorithm. Hopefully this one takes off a little bit too.
We read the comments and it's all like moron.
So we haven't seen the obvious, the Marvels.
Yeah.
Has someone seen Captain Marvel?
I have.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. I will agree with you on that.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is where it belongs.
I never saw the holiday special of
No
Guardians.
holiday special, no Marvel Legends, no Werewolf by Night. I mean, I think if there was a category to have never been seen, this, probably excluding What If, is acceptable.
Yeah, my problem with it is like, because most of this is really removed from like MCU and Disney, and the ones that are attached were like very smashed. I'm pretty sure Eternals came out between like 2 big movies, and it was just all new characters.
Well,
and
and they haven't done anything with it until the newest Captain America, and even then
Yeah.
it was kind of like, okay. All right, let's get started.
Ant-Man movies?
You guys want to start with Ant-Man?
Yes.
I still really like the first Ant-Man movie.
Yes.
Ant-Man 1 is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it sets the bar for what a good, funny Marvel movie should be.
Yes.
I think it does it perfectly. I think it highlights and encapsulates a lot of the funny aspects of Disney's writing style and how they can be entertaining and they can be funny. I feel like they don't go overboard in this one. I feel like they do go a little overboard in the later
Yes.
installations.
I was just grabbing.
Oh,
I was just grabbing.
We got
I
an
was just
enlarged
grabbing.
screen. I would go B.
Yeah.
I think B's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like.
I think it's the lower end of B, probably.
It's not groundbreaking, but it does what it's supposed to do very well.
I've been watching, I will say this about the comedy in Marvel. I've been watching a lot of the serious projects back.
Mm-hmm.
They're so much better.
Yes.
They,
Yes,
like
I
they
agree.
feel like movies. Like I can say that I like a superhero movie and not feel like judged because it's like I don't know. Like I'll get to it. But I will
Gotcha.
say that this series does taper off for me. The Ant-Man series.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It
pretty
goes
heavily.
from like B to like
Where would you
maybe
put?
C or D for Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I would go D. I really did not like
So
it.
which one is this one?
This is Quantum Mania is the last one. This is
Yes.
the second one. In the,
Yeah, what happens in this one?
Good question.
Doesn't he get stuck in
Oh,
the
he goes
van
back
at
and
the
he
end
gets
of-
his mom in this one, right? Right?
Yeah,
isn't that
this
what happens in
was
this one?
like-
He goes back and he finds his mom.
This was the first one after Infinity War, and it was trying to explain how.
This is the one with Ghost.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Uh,
And I did not like it.
Yeah, it was,
I don't like
C,
it either. I feel like C
C
might
or
be
D.
too high.
I would
Yeah.
go D on it.
Upper
yeah.
into D.
D, yeah, high D
Yeah.
probably.
Quantumanium, I never even seen. So
Quantumania.
I'm gonna let you guys take
I
it.
love the one part of Quantum Mania that I really love is when all the kings are in the
Yeah, the end credit scene.
yeah, and they're all celebrating. It's really
You know, the
great.
one where the
Your
movie's
favorite
over.
part. Your favorite part was where the movie turned off.
Yeah.
Uh,
Pretty much.
You know what? The credits, masterful.
I think that this movie was the victim of poor writing.
Yeah.
like,
and a
it-
scandal with one of its biggest actors as well.
Yeah, that
Because-
Jonathan
aside,
Majors.
Listen, okay.
Kang
Hear
Woodman's
me
so
out.
good.
Oh my gosh.
Kang
yeah.
Woodman's so good.
Unfortunately, we have to bring and another hot take. Unfortunately, we have to bring Robert Downey Jr. back, which I think
It's stupid.
so dumb.
I
His
hate
character
it.
already died. Why are you having him reprise another role?
I hate it too.
We can have this discussion at the
It's-
end of the
it's-
episode.
okay.
it's
But
disgusting.
I've fluctuated, and I feel rather passionate about.
Jonathan Majors is Kang. Oh, that would have been such a good Avengers movie, but no.
What was this
It would've
thing?
been.
Didn't he like beat his wife? Or am I-
Yeah, he hit some partner or something, and
Gotcha.
then allegedly,
He
and
didn't
then
get cleared of his charges.
well, I think his whole thing was that, like, his whole plea was that she was hitting on him. So, like, I don't know the situation.
Let's not
Yeah.
open a bag of worms.
Yeah,
I'm-
either way,
I'm not
it's
gonna-
not a good look for Disney.
Yeah,
So
I get it.
that'll cover Ant-Man.
Save Avengers for later.
Yeah, we'll save
Okay.
the good guys.
We
for
gotta
later.
save the creme de la creme for.
Let's jump down to Thor. Let's get the trilogies out of the way.
Again, following the pattern of Ant-Man, I really do like the first Thor movie.
Yes.
I would say B tier, but I can't remember if I like it more than Ant-Man or not.
I'd say yeah, like the tippy top of C or like B.
I like B. Another.
Yeah.
Yes. The Dark World goes in D or F.
I agree.
Dark World. I was gonna rewatch it this weekend just for the sake of being able to like maybe hopefully defend it.
I did
mean,
that a little bit.
Hey, you know what? You know what's really good about this movie? Natalie Portman.
She's not good in the fourth one though.
No,
I never
no
saw the
one's
fourth
good in the
one.
fourth one.
I thought Chris Evans was great in the fourth one, honestly. And okay, we'll get there. Ragnarok.
This is the best one in the
I
think
hate
so.
it.
in my opinion.
I hated it.
What did you not like about it?
Kind of, you were talking about the humor in Marvel movies. This is to me, my younger brother. That's his favorite Marvel
Yeah.
movie
Wow.
out of everything. So, and we've had this debate a million times. I hate it, but I like it at the same time in the sense that I think the action in it is cool. I thought Hulk talking was dumb, but the way his character was cool.
yeah.
The idea of Ragnarok itself and like mythology, like I love the God of
Yeah.
War games. I think that's really cool. But like the guy, like the bald guy with the tattoos turns on the girl at the end. Like I didn't
Yeah.
care much. Jeff Goldblum's character. I didn't care for all the side characters.
Oh,
Jeff Goldblum's character is
I
really
love
good.
Jeff-
This
well,
is to
I couldn't
me
care.
when the pendulum started to swing back of not entirely comedy based
yeah.
Marvel. Like there was actual substance to this movie specifically, I feel like.
Yes.
And the whole and the jokes felt necessary. Like
Yeah.
the friend from work joke
Well, and it's
is like top 10
Sure.
Marvel jokes to me.
I think this and the fourth movie, it's like a good comparison of like doing just enough for the movie to be funny, for it to be entertaining, and for it to be good. And then the fourth one is just like doing way. You're just doing way too much.
Way too much.
I never saw. So, Han, where would you rank it?
It's definitely above Ant-Man, but I feel like I
Yes.
would still put it in B.
That's fair.
Like top of B?
Yeah, just because I've got a lot that I like that I know is gonna hit A.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'll there you go. I'll take
But yeah, Korg.
Korg.
Love
Korg.
his character.
the
Hey, man.
this one I've
Hey,
never
man.
I never even seen because my friend came back from the movie theater and said I wasted $15.
I wouldn't say it's a waste of $15. It's like it's cute to go see with your girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's a good rom-com, but I think the only thing that makes the movie not good, sorry, Captain America, is the fact that it just doesn't fit within the style of, I guess, this part of the MCU. I think, in my opinion, it's a good standalone rom-com film. Like if you're advertising this as a rom-com and this is what this is, it's a funny rom-com. You know, you got Natalie Portman and Chris Evans. Butts and seats. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to be a really good movie. But
And we're forgetting Christian Bale.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
and
was gonna
Christian
say-
Bale. I do sleep on him. Well,
You sleep on him?
I wish. So did the directors because they only gave him 5 minutes of freaking screen
Yeah,
time.
that was
I did
crazy.
hear that was bad.
The opening sequence of Gore killing, who does he kill? It's some god.
And it's so cold.
Oh, where he
It's so
decapitates
dope.
the guy.
Oh my gosh.
I've seen that clip
It's
on
so
TikTok.
cold. I'm like, oh my gosh, this villain's gonna be so good. And then I'm like, guys, where did he go?
Another thing, doesn't Thor kill Zeus? Doesn't he throw a lightning bolt through his chest? Am I making that up?
Where would you put it as of right now?
Right there, I
Just
think.
start the C tier.
I think that starts the C tier for me personally.
Again-
but I don't know how passionate Nick is about
On
this movie.
on paper, I think I would hate it, but at the same time, never seen it, so I can't have a say in it.
Oh no, Zeus, he survives,
Okay.
but he does.
He
use
does
his-
fight him, I guess.
Yeah.
S-
'Cause I remember what you're talking about. He he takes his own lightning bolt. Yeah.
Where would
Yeah.
you rank it?
It's crazy.
I think it's fair.
C?
Start the C tier.
It's a really good. I think it'd be higher if it wasn't attached to Marvel, because
That's fair.
I
I
see
think
what
if
you're
there wasn't so much.
if there wasn't so much anticipation and like there wasn't so many metrics that it needed to hit.
I'll say this. If Ragnarok wasn't as good as Ragnarok was, this would be higher.
Yes. Yeah, because
There you go.
we already knew how funny and how entertaining they can make a Thor movie, and they kind of missed the mark a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Where do we?
Let's jump somewhere fun.
Hold on, can I say this?
Yeah.
I rewatched 5 Marvel movies since we started.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to knock them out?
Well, here I'll just first one I went through was the Hulk, the Edward Norton Hulk one.
Okay,
Which
you
it-
get that.
Okay. I believe, did we say that we originally filmed this and then it went, and then like everything went awry?
Yeah, we kind of joked about it.
Okay, we got like halfway through and it cut out. We had this bottom of B tier.
Mm-hmm.
I would go close to top of B tier, maybe even bottom of A.
I haven't seen it in years, maybe since it came out.
I think
First
the
off,
only thing that holds this movie back for me is just the CGI.
I think it holds up well. I think the design of him you can knock because
Yeah.
very veiny, very cartoony. But I think Abomination still looks fantastic.
Zany.
Yeah, he's just a roided out
Ooh,
green
veiny.
guy,
Now you got
dude.
me thinking.
Okay, it's Hulk and Edward Norton, both of my wet dreams in the same movie. We're putting it in.
I like A.
Yeah, that's fair.
I like low A. It's
It's-
got to stay low though.
Yeah.
Oh,
It has to stay on the
I
low
don't.
side.
Based on what I remember, what we put in A, it's definitely gonna be bottom of A.
Okay. What else did you rewatch?
So we'll come on to this one later. I rewatched No Way Home because
Okay,
we had a debate about that going through.
I'm glad.
I rewatched the first 2 Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies.
Okay.
Nice.
Just because I ranked them high and I was kind of like checking myself for that kind
Yeah.
of thing. And then,
Just enjoying yourself for 2 straight movies, pretty much.
I mean, basically.
Honestly.
And then I rewatched what's it called? Second Captain America movie. What's the subtitle?
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier. I rewatched
I
that.
also rewatched Winter Soldier.
I rewatched
Yeah, I rewatched Winter Soldier. I rewatched TASM 1 and TASM 2. And No Way Home.
So the first time we filmed, for reference, we got pretty heated about the Spider-Man trilogy.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge.
I don't. No one's favorite is the Tom Holland, which, right?
I don't think so.
Right.
We'll get there,
I feel like your favorite's TASM.
for sure.
Well,
We'll get there. Let's cross
Yeah.
that. Stay here. Stay
Yeah.
tuned.
Keep your butt in that seat, man.
Yeah.
something we all like, I think, Guardians movies.
The Guardians movies
Yeah.
are good. I rewatched Guardians 1.
It's just a good fun watch.
Just a good movie.
Top
and Chris
A.
Pratt is just shredded.
Yep.
Yes, he's funny. This is what really allowed him to burst onto the scene.
And they did Drax beautifully. I
Yes.
love Gamora.
That's how you write a comedy character.
Yeah.
in
Well, and
Drax.
And I love how every metaphor just flies right over his head.
over his head.
He's like, huh?
Nothing would go over
With
my
my head, I would catch
catch it. I don't know if that's in Guardians 1, but that's like, just look out!
Yes.
After it already hits her. I think that's in 2.
I like the first one better, but I know you two are very highly of 2, so we can put it above 1.
I honestly,
I don't know. I
just love the scene in 2 of, I hated to put that tumor in your mother's
Yeah.
head.
yeah,
What?
but
Just the
it's
dolly
just-
zoom on him.
number 1 has the dance battle.
Dance off!
Dance off.
I'm just distracting you, y'all turd blossom. And they just shoot a rocket at the hammer.
I think 1 might be better.
I'm very happy about that.
Yeah,
Because I think what separates it is I think just the main villain plot is better in
Yes.
1 than 2.
Who's the villain in 2?
The dad.
Yeah, the dad.
The dad, okay.
And 1 it's something the Destroyer. Ronan the
Yeah,
Destroyer.
Ronan the Destroyer. That dude's terrifying.
3.
He's
Uh,
got
top
the,
row,
he's got
second
the power
right.
stone.
Ruin it, yeah. And then that introduces Thanos,
Yeah.
like in a different way.
Sets
was
it up
just
well.
so good. Guardians 3. I'm gonna sneeze.
Bless you, sir.
Thank you.
I think I'm in a seizure. The also I keep forgetting that some of these are in Spanish. Galaxia.
Guardios de Galaxia.
I think as a trilogy, Guardians rank up there for some of the best Marvel trilogies.
Have to.
I do think 3 is
Easily.
the worst one.
Yes.
Because
Wow.
I know I like the backstory for some of the. I like Rocket's whole thing. I think is really cool. I think the whole thing with Star-Lord going back to Earth. I think that was really dumb.
I think it'll be good. I think it'll be.
Adam Warlock I thought was fine. Like I didn't love him.
Don't be rash. I loved Adam Warlock. I thought Will Poulter did a great
I love Will
job.
Poulter. He was great in the Maze Runner too.
He was great in Maze Runner. Dang, that's a pull.
Yeah.
I would say it's better than Hulk, but I wouldn't put it past the other Guardians. movies.
I was really gonna think that it might not be A
Really?
after looking at it and trying to
Really?
be super objective. What do you think?
Yeah, I was gonna
Do you
say.
think it's A? Better or worse than Hulk?
It's definitely worse.
Whoa.
Top. I think it's better than Ragnarok, so I think high A, low B. And again, I think we
I-
said we're gonna
listen,
change things. At the
I
end.
don't even think it's better than Ragnarok.
Ooh.
I was going to say it right
That's
now.
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I don't think it's better
I
than
don't think it's better than
Okay.
Ragnarok. No.
Ant-Man, I would say. I almost
Yes.
teared up at it.
Yes, I'm 100% giving it over Ant-Man, but not Ragnarok.
All right, I like that.
I-
Next,
Iron Man.
the Iron Man trilogy. I'm passionate about this one.
We'll just go ahead and get our first S tier.
Oh, absolutely.
Just
I mean,
throw it up.
Because literally, just think about it like this: if this in an alternate universe where this movie's bad, none of these movies are.
That's an excellent point.
Well,
Kicked
not
off
to say,
everything.
not to say none of these movies. Like you probably still have some of your Sony projects and stuff like that, but like the MCU as we know would not be as great as it once was.
Yeah, and Endgame wouldn't have hit as
Yeah,
hard.
I mean,
like none of it would have felt like a full circle moment.
One of my favorite scenes is when he escapes from like where he's being captured in the Middle East.
yes.
I remember seeing that for the first. I always liked superheroes, but that's what really got me into the end, like going through like a large movie like this.
Yeah.
I'm like, just the spectacle of the origins of some of these people are just outstanding.
Yeah.
I think they told an origin story really well, and I admire that it was like kind of reflective of like Robert Downey Jr.'s real life redemption.
Yes. Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
can really tell he poured everything into Tony Stark as a character.
Yes.
And it was just like textbook. So S tier for Iron Man 1 for sure. Iron Man
Oh, yeah.
2 on the other hand,
We're at 23 minutes.
yeah,
I'll say that.
I've got a timer.
Oh, do you? Okay, thank you.
Iron Man 2 on the other hand, I'm thinking this.
I would put it top of D.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I-
It's definitely better than both of those Ant-Man movies.
Mickey Rourke as Whiplash is still one of the worst Marvel movie villains,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Wow. Can we do this and just make sure it sits low C?
That's fine.
Because I think
I mean, yeah.
oh, okay. No, I like that.
Okay.
I like that. I was trying to impose and it didn't work. Where's Iron Man 3?
Second from the left.
This movie freaking stinks butt.
My name is Trevor.
I'd be fine putting it like.
It's definitely worse than 2.
Yeah, I'm fine putting it at bottom of D.
It's got to be better than Dark World.
Yeah.
It's better than Quantumania as well.
Yeah.
You're noticing besides Guardians, all these trilogies really do take a steep.
Decline.
Yeah, like
Except
jump.
for, I know it's not a trilogy, but the Avengers movies do progressively get better.
And Captain America.
And
I'd say
Captain
there's,
America.
There's no misses within the Captain America.
Not yet.
trilogy.
Let's get to it. I think that the first Avenger is not good, personally. That's a hot take of mine.
Right. You were on. We both love
Yeah,
this, right?
and like for me, it's just because I'm such a big World War II nerd, and I know it's like,
Yeah.
OMG, white guy that loves World War II, get another hobby, buddy.
I like, because I said this last time, if you take away the Marvel logo and the star and striped suit and name, it is just a great war
Yeah,
movie.
it's a great
That's
World War
fair.
II film.
But
I love it a
that's
lot.
not what it is. It's got the Marvel logo. It's got Captain America.
That is fair. And since I did make that argument with Thor, Love and Thunder, of it being a good movie but not a good Marvel movie, I need to keep that in mind when I'm ranking this as well.
That's true.
I still even think it's A tier.
If we're gonna put it in A, it has to be the last movie in A.
Here's what I think.
I'll accept that.
Here's what I think. I would rewatch any of these B tier movies before I even gave this movie a
Really?
rewatch.
That's-
What did you hate about it?
It's just I can tell you what I liked about it.
The
Sure.
action's really good.
The action's good.
I feel like the plot line might just be a little uninspiring.
It's
and
very
also
basic.
it also
Yeah.
just feels rushed. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. And I think as I watched the rest of the trilogy, Steve became less and less of a favorite character of mine because, like, I don't know, he's so strong-willed, but he also, in a way, kind of cheated to get there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Really?
Like, yes, he would jump on a grenade as a skinny little, like, 80-pound guy, but he's not going to go do Captain America 2 or 3 or be who he is in Avengers. I get he lays his life
I see
on
what
the
you're
line, but, like, of the Avengers, he's probably one of my least favorite.
He's one of my favorites. Because and
Mine too.
it goes to video.
Cover his ears. I hate him.
And I don't know what it is, and it translates to video games. Like, I get he has powers. Like, he's strong. He's super, like, agile and stuff. I like the whole one-man army. Like, I love the Punisher.
Are we still rolling on that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to take pause real quick?
Yeah, we'll finish this point. We'll wrap up.
Yeah.
Yeah, my whole big thing is just that. It's just, I think it's so cool that he isn't like Thor, he can save the universe. It's just, he's got a good...
But he kind of is in a way because
Yeah.
he took a serum and he's artificially.
Well, and like, listen, the one thing I will always think about Captain America is at the end of Endgame, when his shield is broken.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I know, but
Of
like,
course. Like, those are the redemptive moments for Cap. The only thing that I love about this movie is Bucky's character because it matters
Yes.
later.
Yes.
Probably the best sidekick to anyone in a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, last thing, Hugo Weaving as Red Skull. Perfect.
Yes.
I like it.
So A or B?
I would go top or bottom of A.
Yeah, bottom of A, or it is the first movie in B.
Okay. Do you remember the Zach and Cody moment in one of the episodes where Zach wraps gum around his head and he's like, "I'm a gummy mummy"?
Yes.
I did that in elementary school and had to shave my head because gum doesn't do that.
I cut my own hair as a kid and I had to buzz it all because I was just like snip, 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 snip.
Yeah, that's rough. Hey, are you gonna come join us again, man?
have a pencil? I'm trying to
Quit.
I'm trying to show that I can hide pencils in my hair for context.
I've got a pin. I don't know what I just did with it.
This will do.
Nick, quit jacking off in the corner. We have a
Hey.
show to do.
Nick, come on, man. We're trying to get things done.
Guys, I'm just
Yeah, play
excited.
Cards Against Humanity later.
You're right. You're right.
Are you going to that?
Maybe.
I
I also have to go to the gym. And I have a dinner reservation later.
Wow.
Where'd the pencil go?
Now
I
just
can
leave
still
it
see
there.
the top of it.
No, you
but
can't.
Okay. Lobotomy. That's all I could think of. Cool.
No, there we go.
Cool.
Winter Soldier.
Captain America and the Winter Soldier after a brief intermission.
Which one of the ones I've rewatched recently?
What did you think on your rewatch?
And I haven't seen this movie in years.
I'm sorry I said this. Okay, no. I'm going to stop cutting people off. Continue, Josh. Sorry, guys.
You're fine.
I'm very talkative today.
My big thing I loved about the movies beforehand was just him and Bucky. And my only critique was, I told you, I didn't like how the board of director guy is like the main villain and like Nick Fury, Black Widow's plots.
Yep.
I liked it more than I remembered it being.
Yup.
I still didn't like it better than the first one. It has elements I think are better.
Wow.
It still has elements I think are better than the first one. Like Bucky's reveal, I think is cooler than anything in the first Avenger. But
Who the hell is Bucky?
I think it's definitely an A-tier movie, and I have no problem just because I know you're passionate on this, moving it above First Avenger.
Do you think that the trilogy of Captain America, Chris Evans' Captain America, gets better as it goes on?
Yes.
Because if that's the case, it needs to be that, and I think that.
I don't think it gets like leaps and bounds better in between movies, but there is progression in most things.
Well, I think you see a lot of the development of his character.
Yes,
That's true, yeah.
I think they do a better job at developing him and like making him actually seem more human.
Yeah.
Every movie than just like this dude that's hopped up on steroids.
I did rewatch this past weekend.
I mean, it could be. If
It
it's,
is probably the best movie I've ever seen.
It's one of.
I think it's better than Iron Man.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, I would agree.
No doubt. What were you gonna say about it? I cut
If you
off.
put this in, I mean, this could be an Avengers film. It's just like it's on that level. I think.
I see it as
If you want to have 4 perfect Avengers movies, just get rid of Age of Ultron.
Whoa,
and
whoa, whoa,
swap
whoa,
that
whoa.
in there
We'll
with
get
it.
there.
Okay.
Hold on.
I know he has a
There's
hot take.
passionate, heated discussion about Age of Ultron.
And I have another movie in that quadrilogy I don't really care for.
I think one of the things I loved about Civil War is they took the two best Avengers
Yes.
and really made you sympathize with each of them.
Yeah.
You can get to either side.
I will say, I think I'm Team Iron Man.
I'm Team Cap, dude.
Yeah, I am as well.
I think I'm Team Iron Man just because, I don't know, on my rewatch, I rewatched it this past weekend, I think, and Steve just felt like an asshole. He just
I
felt
thought
arrogant.
Iron Man was the asshole.
Really?
This goes to show like the difference in mindset and
Ow.
ideology. How you can see one guy as being the villain.
So
Yeah.
what did you think that Iron Man did that was like,
So for one, I think like where I kind of sympathize with it. Whenever Wanda flips the guy and it explodes and kills us, I'm like, okay, I get where Iron Man's coming from. You know,
Yeah.
she messed up. A lot of people died.
Yeah.
And obviously the whole thing with Bucky, yeah, I get why he's pissed. And side note, final fight scene between Cap and Iron Man is cinema.
Oh my gosh.
And-
but
so
it ends up
good.
not even being Bucky that does any of this stuff.
Yeah.
It's Zemo.
I will say that when I first watched it, this came out in what, 2015?
Something like that.
2017. I think.
Oh, I was.
It was a little bit later.
Yeah, I was like, I would say I was 14, 15 when this came out. Action caught me. Something that when I rewatched it a couple years ago, that I appreciated more was Zemo and his conversation he has with Black Panther, where he's talking about how his family was killed in Age of Ultron.
Yes.
And then Black Panther doesn't let him kill himself.
Which is surprisingly dark for like
Yeah.
a Marvel. Like you don't,
Yeah.
besides like Moon Knight, you really don't see anything
Yeah.
get too teeter on that. But where Iron Man lost me a lot was he just seemed too quick.
Join. This is to the point that this is an Avengers movie. I think that
Yeah.
a lot of the basis of this conversation, like the actual acting and conversation, the depth of the characters, makes the argument between them at the beginning of Endgame so much better.
Yeah.
Just like you said we'd lose together too. And
Yeah.
that's in Age of Ultron. That's a quote from Age of Ultron. But
Right.
and he's like, no sympathy, not a liar. And it's just like, I got goosebumps just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like it sets up the best arc between them as characters, I think.
Say, I know I said First Avenger was my favorite Captain America movie, and I think it is for the sole reason is I see Civil War as an Avenger movie, not a Captain America
That's
movie.
fair.
Even though I get, in theory, it is. But yeah, definitely S tier.
So we'll jump to this guy now.
None of us have seen this, right?
You haven't
and
seen
me?
this?
What?
Brave-
Brave New
no,
World?
I still have not gotten to see
So
it.
this is your realm.
I said this the first time we talked about it. Anthony Mackie is my favorite Captain America.
I remember you saying that.
He makes me feel, and maybe it's what I wish. I'm not putting it in C or B. I'm just letting go.
You're right.
Maybe it's what I wish the first Avenger would have been like from a story perspective, and saying
Yeah.
like, I struggle.
I see what you're saying.
I think that since it was a more modern, twist on something I can actually relate to, not World War II, and like I'm skinny, but like,
Yeah.
It's
like a classic example of like, oh, this dude's skinny and now he's.
this guy's the underdog.
Yeah.
The whole time, his whole life, forever.
well, Steve
And-
kind of had that.
Well,
You
and
see him
it's
getting like picked on outside the
but
movie
he took
theater.
he took the easy way, and that's why I appreciate Sam.
He
Yes,
didn't get the serum.
He doesn't
I
have
understand
the
what you're saying.
serum, and he's dealing like he's helping people change their perspective. There's a guy, Grumpy, in the movie and in the show Falcon and the Winter Soldier. His name's
Yeah.
Isaiah. He was the first Captain America before Steve. They kind of set it up to be like they were experimenting on
Other
minorities,
people. Oh.
and they perfected it and gave it to Steve. So, not to say that Anthony Mackie as a Captain America makes me hate Steve Rogers as a Cap, but like you start to see the flaw of,
Yeah.
I guess, what America means. And I just really appreciate that, like, it maintained the political commentary of a Captain America movie.
Yeah.
And it just felt awesome.
Yeah.
I will say, I have a few gripes just having to suspend your belief. Like, he fought Hulk.
Well, sure.
It's like, it's actually kind of impossible. His suit's made of vibranium. And I will say there's one thing that I am happy about, but I didn't watch Eternals. The big celestial being in the water is made of adamantium. That's how they're going to tie all this X-Men
Oh.
stuff in. And they're dealing with that as like
This thing is made of adamantium,
the whole statue is made of adamantium.
so
And-
it's just indestructible.
So you're
yes. But they're-
adamantium is stronger than
But it's
vibranium.
in the
Yeah.
middle of the ocean, and the whole movie is them trying to determine what country has jurisdiction and how they're navigating that. So I thought the villains, even though there's probably one too many, really solid. I liked this movie. I personally, talking about it,
I'm
I
gonna go
think
see it on Saturday.
I think it's there, in my opinion. But I know I'm biased. I'm okay with putting it in the never seen, but I think it was important to at least just talk
I doesn't
about
go and never see. I want to
Yeah,
put it there.
let's leave it there. I'm gonna see it this weekend.
Yeah.
And
See if it sticks.
yeah, then I will come in and
Have you seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
No.
bits and pieces.
You need to watch the
All of it?
show.
Okay.
Yeah. And you I don't know, like I've never been inspired by a Marvel movie like
Yeah.
I have by Anthony Mackie's
I-
Captain America. And I feel like that says a lot alone. So I think it lives there.
There you go. The Black Panther movies, top
Yes.
row, close to the right. The
A tier.
first Black Panther movie surprisingly holds up well.
It's so good.
The CGI towards the end kind of dips, which is really my only true critique of the movie.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I'm worried about you can kind of see it. We'll get to Daredevil later, but I think that they're going to take a lot of that CGI route with Daredevil. Like he just kind of seems like way too flexible. Like he doesn't
Yeah.
kind of have bones. But the story's fantastic.
And this, in my opinion, well, I don't know. I feel like it's like 1A and 1B. It's like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and Black Panther for best soundtracks in a Marvel movie.
Kendrick Lamar in the soundtrack.
Yeah,
for
I
it.
mean, dude, he did such a good
Yeah.
job. Him, SZA, everyone, they ate down, left no crumbs with this.
Yeah.
With this.
I'm
movie
okay with
soundtrack.
this.
Yes.
There you go.
You okay with that?
I don't think it's better than Winter Soldier, but like if it's, I kind of see it like
Yeah, that's fair.
that's
Okay.
like my only. But it's definitely better than First Avenger and Hulk. Like that's like to me given.
Okay.
Yes.
What I really like, last thing I'll say on Black Panther, Killmonger, fantastic.
He's probably one of my favorite villains.
Top
Yes.
10 MCU villain.
And it's
for me.
just it's just a really good, really good role done by Michael B. Jordan.
I never saw Wakanda Forever because I really did not like the concept of them continuing after Chadwick Boseman died.
I was hesitant to go see it, but I really enjoyed it.
I think that I had the same hesitancy,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that they did the best that they could with a situation that
Yes.
sucked.
Was this
Yeah.
movie liked, hated, somewhere in the
It
middle?
was pretty decently received.
I think it was pretty, yeah.
I mean, I think what we talked about last week, the one thing that like is really good about this movie is like, sure, in the first movie, the younger sister is like immature.
Kind of goofy.
Yeah.
They force her to grow up in this movie.
Yes, and it's good to see.
And it's good. And
Yeah,
Michael
well
B. Jordan.
reviewed.
Really? What?
The I always look at audience score because
Yeah.
who cares about critics? 94 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, and honestly, deservedly.
Yeah.
I think that they tried to venture a little too far in some directions, like but they were also trying to set up Ironheart.
Yeah.
So like they go to her
Yeah.
and kind of like So like it was
kinda like the character
It was
line.
kind of weird. Well, the way they did it. You didn't see this?
No.
The way they did it, it was just kind of like, who are you?
Yeah.
It was just
Here
kind of
I
like super
am.
quick, and it was like, hey, I also make Iron Man suits. It's like, who are you?
Nobody cares.
Yeah. Get out.
Say this is all up to you two, wherever you place it.
I think it lives.
Somewhere in B.
I was thinking maybe the highest of C,
I'd say bottom of B.
lowest of B.
I'd say bottom of B.
Have they even announced that they're doing a third one? They got to.
No, I think that they'll probably, once they end up doing all this like Secret Wars stuff and they've got like MCU Prime, that they'll probably try and find some people to recast.
Yeah.
But that's just a prediction.
Doctor Strange movies.
Yeah.
I've only ever seen the first one, and by now, if you're gonna be like, I have a pattern of watching the first one and never following up with sequels. I thought it was good. It didn't blow me away, but
I love this movie.
I didn't hate it. I thought it was good.
I like when the buildings folded on each other and stuff like that. That's so cool.
I love
It's
this movie.
dope.
The CGI is great. The only
Yes.
thing I know of it I didn't like is how he defeats the main guy. Dormammu, I've done the bar. Once it went
Yeah.
through like 5
Well-
iterations, I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
But
You defeat a villain because he's impatient.
yeah, I think
I
that's
think it's dumb.
well, it's a beautiful arc because think about Stephen Strange as a character at the beginning of the movie. He is a
Yeah.
perfectionist. He is impatient, and then over
Well,
the
sure.
teachings of the movie, he is taught to beat people with his biggest weaknesses.
But a celestial like God. Again, I think it's probably gonna go higher, and I have no problem with it. And I watched this movie, I think, twice. Once in theaters and once like years ago with my dad. From memory, I know it's better than Ragnarok, but I would say it was worse than Hulk.
That's exactly where I would put it.
Is that
I
what
don't
you're
have
thinking?
any gripes with that. I don't know that it's better than Ragnarok,
Okay,
but I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I'd agree with it being right there.
there you go.
I like that. The second one,
Never saw it.
the visuals, 10 times better than the first one.
This,
I
yeah,
remember
this
you
is the one they
saying
made like
that.
a horror movie, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sam,
yeah, the
Sam
one
Raimi
with,
directed this one. Wanda Scarlet Witch is in this one.
Oh, and she's
Terrifying.
it's
This-
so good. I'm
terrifying.
I'm like shitting myself scared the whole movie because they've created Wanda to be this just terrifying person.
This
Yeah.
had John Krasinski, Fantastic Four.
Yes.
Yes.
I've seen clips through TikTok.
Yes.
Even though, I will say I've seen clips of Scarlet Witch. I've seen that one where she just decimates the whole
Everybody.
the whole crew. And
Well, and it's funny because they have like their like 2 minutes of screen time, and she's like, "All of you dead right now," and they all just
Yeah.
I will say, and again, I watched a clip, and I'm not gonna let that judge my ranking. And everyone makes the meme, like Mr. Fantastic, the smartest man alive, tells
then
her
gets spaghettied.
exactly how
Yeah.
to beat
Black Bolt could
Bolts.
kill you with one whisper from his mouth.
I thought that was
What mouth? It's terrible.
that scene alone. Again, you guys are gonna everyone. I thought from there, I think that helped deter me to not really watch it.
I think it's there.
yeah.
All right.
I'll give it that.
I think for the visuals, it trumps Iron Man 2 and 3. The story's a little bit better because it's just a horror movie. Like it's the
Yeah.
first like kind of Marvel horror movie, and I kind of appreciated that.
I will say Scarlet Witch was one of my favorite because I always had the debate.
Let's
like,
knock this out while we're on Scarlet Witch. Keep going.
Yeah, I didn't see WandaVision, but with Scarlet Witch, that was like a big debate. What I always cherish about Prime MCU, Iron Man to Endgame, my dad would take me and my three brothers, and we saw most of them. Like, that was like a thing. And we used to kind of like, it was when Civil War came out, if you had a team of 4 superheroes, who would you pick? Me and my dad picked Scarlet Witch every time, because we're like, she could just
have to.
decimate the
Yeah.
universe.
She's like the strongest being.
So I like her as a character.
And the fact you haven't seen this and you like her as a character speaks volumes, and you'll like her even more
Oh my-
for seeing WandaVision.
Like-
How long is it?
it's like
it's-
6 or 7
Yeah,
episodes.
it's
I
not
knew it wasn't
super
long.
duper long, and it's so good.
And if you haven't seen Multiverse of Madness, don't see it until you finish
Get that
WandaVision.
first?
Yeah.
Like,
Because this sets up her spiral. For premise, she.
was this after Endgame?
This is after.
Yeah, right. You just chug water.
That's good water.
Are you good?
You got vodka in there? What the hell is that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, man. I just waterboarded myself real fast.
I will say WandaVision is one of those things. I don't know where it comes in the timeline. It's definitely post Civil War.
Quick Google search.
Yeah,
Where do you think this belongs? Where do you think the show belongs?
it's one of the better shows. I would put it in B or A.
I put it in A.
A?
Yeah.
It takes 3 weeks after Endgame.
Okay.